I want to get all achievements in CivIdle. However, on YouTube I didn't see any endgame videos, so I thought I'd make my own, show where I am, explain how I got here, and hopefully it'll inspire other people to show their endgame, because I really want to see how different people approach the endgame. First I'll show my achievements, just so everyone knows where I am at. I'm at about 2/3 of all achievements. I have most of the early game and some of the mid-game achievements, where I don't have the new achievements from the new update yet. So as you see above at the top here, I've gotten the kind of early to mid-game achievements of like 50, 100, 500 extra great people. And I also just got the future tech, which I got in my last playthrough. And I've got a lot of the other early game achievements, and the ones I still need are the larger number of extra great people. I also need to get the Centre Pompidou, and I need to somehow rebirth with a run of at least 48 hours. I thought I already had it, but it didn't seem to register, so I'm now just leaving the game open for 48 hours consecutively, so I'm sure I'll get this. And at the bottom here I also need some of the new achievements from the new update. I'll try to get some of these on the current run. Now, in the current run, I'm almost at future tech for the second time. First time I did it as England, and I'm doing it as England again. I'm doing that for the great people, of course, and if we look at the great people, I have a lot of the first 2 age great people, because when I started the game I played as Rome a couple times and some of the other civilizations, and I quickly realized how fast you could get to the 2nd or 3rd age. So as I was watching movies and series, I would just keep rebirthing on the 2nd or 3rd age to get a lot of these first great people. And then I did a couple runs where as England I would save up my wonders for specific ages and build them all in that age, so I would get extra great people in that age. In the last run I did that to the information age, and then that's why I have these information age great people levels up a bit. And then this run I also saved my wonders for the information age, and that helps, that causes me to have this number of great people in the information age. That is of course because of the natural wonder, where you get a great person of the current age when a wonder is constructed. And also of course the tower bridge helps with that. Now for my buildings, at the top right here in green I have my wonders that don't matter where they stand, and in red I have wonders where I had to click some things from time to time. Then at the top left, on the top three rows, I have one of each resource that doesn't need electricity, and the 3 rows beneath it, one of each building that does need electricity. I did this so I could easily get all the wonders and build all the buildings that I needed for various tasks. And at the right, more towards the right, I have duplicate buildings to make sure I didn't have any deficit resources. Then here, where I had the electricity buildings, I also have the wonders that I can infinitely upgrade. I placed them next to Mausoleum of Hadrianus because I will want to get a lot of resources in them, and then all the transport workers don't count towards my total workers, even though at this stage in the game I have near infinite workers for the tasks that need to be done. Then I do have some extra arrays of resources for the resources I need for these infinite upgrades. So the spacecrafts, nuclear submarines, aircraft carriers, CivToc here. Then I have my faith wonder with the faith buildings. I have my hanging garden with water that I don't use because I already have enough. And I have my large line of gold resources, where I have some more mutual funds and some more hedge funds, also because they are required for infinite upgrades. And then if we go down a bit, I have some resources that I was using a lot of, so steel and concrete. I have my free gunpowder here, and I have my small little experimental section here where I am trying out the new Wonder Swiss bank, and I want to build Kotti using Bitcoin and trade them. Now I have the East India Company here, and this is also an infinitely upgradable building, only you need to do trades to upgrade this. It is currently at level 4, and what that does is that it makes these caravanseries upgrade the buildings next to them with production. And that is also what I'm using for science currently. I have more large farms of the endgame resources here, which are needed for infinite upgrades. And since I don't have the buildings that consume this yet, since I don't have both buildings that consume this yet, I have the clone lab here to produce my science, and I have caravanseries kind of in between them to increase the production of my science. And previously, before I had the clone labs, I was using computer labs for science, where I have the atomium here. Just to get to this end game, I thought I wouldn't need clone labs, but it was taking a while, so I ended up using them anyway. I have a lot more computer labs here, where a lot of them are already sleeping, because I was slowly running out of happiness, since I am now building most of the endgame resources. And then here is where I get my population from. Still have some condos left which were next to the Statue of Liberty, so I just left them there, even though it could be more efficient to do this with clone labs now maybe. But yeah, this small amount of condos was enough, so I deleted all the others that I was using for science via idle worker science. So that is where I am at now. I am going to continue getting more research, go to the future disk, upgrade these a bunch, and every time I upgrade them, basically the resources that are required to upgrade them increases the empire value I have, which in turn gives me more extra great people for the next rebirth, and I am hoping that it might be realistic to reach 3000 on this run, so I won't have to go into the endgame this deep anymore, and so that future runs will go a lot quicker for the last few achievements. Lastly, if we go to the trade map, you see that I have here Civtok, coal and marble. Each of these give me +5 production for all those buildings, but more importantly, I have 3 different neighbors here, and each of the materials that the neighbors have I also get production for. So it is worth having a look around on the map to see where there's a lot of the same flag, and then situate yourself in a way that you have as many touching neighbors with the same flag as possible, especially larger ones. So here I see that if I go for these 3 tiles, I have larger neighbors, so it might be worth moving for me, since I haven't been in this place for a long time and I won't be able to get the 4th tile anyway. I'll claim this tile and then occupy the tiles next to it. That way I am connected to 3 neighbors with the same flag as I do, in order to get all the benefits.